Hi everyone! Thanks for joining me today. We're going to explore the different types of learners with special needs and see how understanding their unique learning styles can really change the way we teach. Just a quick note, this video is for educational purposes only. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content on teaching strategies and inclusive education. Let's dive in and discover how we can support every learner to reach their full potential. Now, before we jump into the full discussion, let me share our objectives for this session. First, we will define the different types of special needs. Second, we will look at the etiologies and causes behind these special needs. And third, we'll explore the learning characteristics that help us understand how these learners grow and learn best. Alright, let's keep going. Some classmates sometimes get really upset over small things or act differently in class. What do you think it feels like for them to manage their feelings while keeping up with school? Maybe this person or learner has emotional and behavioral disorders. Emotional and behavioral disorders, or EBD, are problems, illnesses, or conditions that interfere with a person's mental processes, emotions, perception of reality, or judgment, often resulting in disturbed behavior. To be classified as EBD, the behaviors must be chronic, extreme, and socially unacceptable. The causes of emotional and behavioral disorders are complex, involving both biological and environmental factors. On the biological side, genetics play a key role. Certain inherited traits can increase susceptibility to emotional or behavioral challenges. Brain chemistry also contributes, as imbalances in neurotransmitters or differences in brain structure and function can affect mood regulation, impulse control, and stress responses. Prenatal and perinatal factors, such as complications during pregnancy or birth, can further influence neurological development. Alongside these biological factors, environmental and social influences like adverse childhood experiences, family environment or dynamics, school environment, stressful life events, lack of support, and chronic medical conditions interact with biology to shape how these disorders manifest. Now, one type of emotional and behavioral disorder we'll look at it is anxiety attack. This is when emotions like worry or fear become so persistent and intense that they start affecting a person's daily life and ability to function. Another type of emotional and behavioral disorder is depression, also known as major depressive disorder or clinical depression. It causes a persistent feeling of sadness and a loss of interest. So, depression affects how a person feels, thinks, and behaves, and can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems. Obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD, is a type of emotional and behavioral disorder where a person experiences recurring, unwanted thoughts or sensations called obsessions. These obsessions create a strong urge to perform certain actions repeatedly, which are known as compulsions. Another common type of emotional and behavioral disorder is bipolar disorder, also called manic disorder or manic depression. This mental illness causes extreme shifts in mood, bringing severe highs or mania and deep lows or depression, along with changes in sleep, energy, thinking, and behavior. These types, anxiety disorders, depression, OCD, and bipolar disorder, are among the more common forms of EBD. But take note of this, there are many others that can affect learners in different ways. Now let's look at what learners with emotional and behavioral disorders might experience day to day, particularly in their learning. First is their inability to learn. Second, they have difficulty with concentration, short attention span, and information processing difficulties. Next, they might have cognitive and emotional confusion. They also exhibit externalizing behaviors like aggression, impulsivity, or disruption. When it comes to internalizing behaviors, it would mean like social withdrawal, anxiety, or excessive fear, and also defiance and lack of responsibility. Moreover, learners can also exhibit or show self harm and self injury. They also have pervasive mood of unhappiness or depression. And lastly, they have low self esteem, feelings of inadequacy, and excessive guilt. And also having difficulty handling frustration and using immature coping skills like temper tantrum. And that wraps up our look at emotional and behavioral disorders. Remember, these challenges don't define the learners, they just show us where extra understanding and support are needed. With patience, guidance, and the right strategies, every learner can grow, thrive, and reach their potential. See you in the next video. Bye.